Hello guys, welcome back to my channel once again here on YouTube. Thank you very much for joining me today for this Crown Jewel 2021 pay-per-view review or DVD review. Let's have a look at it then. So awesome artwork. As I said on the unboxing video, I like the emerald green. It looks really good. Absolutely love the colouring they put all together with this, and I actually do like the logo. It does go well with all the colour. And I know I slated Crown Jewel 2019. It wasn't a very good one, I didn't think. And these Saudi Arabia kind of pay-per-views, they do seem to have such a bad name for themselves. But I'll give you my opinion on this one, and I really want to tell you I've watched a good WWE pay-per-view lately in more recent years that I could feel positive about, and hopefully this is the one. Let's get into it then. So Roman Reigns on the front there with Brock Lesnar sporting a ponytail and a nice big beard. Paul Heyman with a sinister look on his face at the bottom. 15 certificate here in the UK, Fremantle release. 2-disc set as well, this one. So inside we had purple and white Crown Jewel disc 2 and a green and white disc 1. There's the spine. We have Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch at the top there, and Big E and Drew McIntyre at the bottom. And the logo sits well on the side as well, on the spine here, I think. So this had a runtime of 4 hours and 50 minutes, believe it or not, but take into account this is a 2-disc set with various screenshots, maybe kind of spoilers as well. And I will let you know, guys, now this will contain spoilers, with me giving my opinions and results and everything. You have Xavier Woods at the top there, and Zelina Vega as well, celebrating their victories, which we'll go over shortly. Roman Reigns taking a dive on Brock Lesnar there. Becky Lynch in her triple threat match with Bianca Belair and who was the other one? I've forgotten already. Oh, Sasha Banks. Sorry, guys. There's a camel being read by Riddle. The match, Hell in a Cell match between Seth Rollins and Edge. Big E and Drew McIntyre. Now, looking at that picture there of those two, Big E is a big guy, yeah, and look at Drew compared to him when they stood face to face. It's incredible, the size difference. And there's Goldberg and Bobby Lashley in their match there. So live from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, comes a superstar-studded event without equal. At WWE Crown Jewel, history is made and champions are celebrated in front of the greatest audience in the world, the WWE Universe. Universal Champion Roman Reigns puts his title on the line against the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. Edge competes against Seth Rollins inside Hell in a Cell. Becky Lynch defends the SmackDown's Women's Championship in a triple threat action against Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks. Goldberg looks to get revenge on the almighty Bobby Lashley in a no-holds-barred match. Big E and Drew McIntyre collide for the WWE Championship. A new king and queen will be crowned in the finals of King of the Ring and Queen's Crown tournament, plus more. So usually with this, they put the Kickoff show match on disc 2, and that means I usually watch disc 2 in the extras for the kickoff match. But I thought this time it's just a pain in the ass just to put the disc 2 in and then sit through those adverts you can't skip. Like, don't try this at home because that gets on my nerves. So I decided to watch the kickoff show last when I get onto disc 2. So I started with disc 1 and then finished with disc 2 this time round. Done it a strange way round. The kickoff show match was the Hurt Business versus the Usos. That wasn't a bad match, actually. The Usos picked up the victory. I give this a 3.5 out of 5. Then we started off the show, and straight away we had a Hell in a Cell match, which was pretty awesome. They're still sticking to the red painted wire mesh around the cage. It's still kind of new to me, guys, so you're probably thinking, what the hell is he on about? They've had that for a while now, but like I said, it's still quite relatively new for me, starting to watch WWE again this past year or so after a 5 or 6 year break. So Edge against Seth Rollins. This match was really good. Had some interesting spots in it. We had a chain wrap round Seth Rollins' boot, which he used to kick Edge in the head, and he attempted to do a curb stomp on him with it as well. It was pretty brutal. We also had Seth Rollins on top of a turnbuckle, and there was a table outside all set up. Edge took advantage of that, launched Seth Rollins into the Hell in a Cell cage, and he ricocheted off into the table, which was pretty cool. And one of the steel chairs took apart, and Seth Rollins attempted to use part of the chair that had been taken apart to try and gouge out Edge's eye, as he did with Rey Mysterio's over a year ago. So this was a very good match. I give this one a 4 out of 5. So I was impressed with that. Good way to start the pay-per-view off. Next up we had Mustafa Ali versus Mansour. Mansour picked up the victory. It was a very even match. I give it a 3 out of 5, that one. We had RK Bro defending their WWE Raw Tag Team Championship against AJ Styles and Omos. And the highlight for me watching this was Riddle's entrance on a camel. I felt so sorry for those camels throughout this entire pay-per-view. They must have been thinking, what the fuck's all that noise and all this light going on? And it was just interesting to see Riddle ride a camel down to the ring. It was just very impressive. Funny stuff. The match itself wasn't too bad. Obviously, when Omos was tagged in, he pretty much dominated both RK Bro members, Riddle and Randy Orton. AJ Styles did put up a bit of a good fight as well, but he just seemed a bit off for this match. So RK Bro retained their tag titles. I give this a 3.5 out of 5. We had the Queen's Crown tournament final between Zelina Vega and Doudrop. This is probably my worst match of the night, in my opinion. It wasn't shit, but it was just, I didn't like it as much as the other ones. So 2.5 out of 5, I give that one. We had Bobby Lashley versus Goldberg in a no-holds-barred Falls Count Anywhere match. And this was very good. Goldberg was seeking revenge for what had happened to his son at the hands of Bobby Lashley. Very impressive moves throughout the match. The Hurt Business tried to interfere on behalf of Bobby Lashley, but Goldberg took them both out, both Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander, with kendo sticks. They were charging him with kendo sticks, but he kicked one in the face and threw the other one over his head. Excuse me again. And then he speared Bobby Lashley off the stage through a I think it was a table or some sort of stage setting to pick up the victory. And for once, Goldberg put on a good match in recent years. 4 out of 5 I give that one, guys. Was that generous or was that too high of a score? Let me know in the comments. Next, we had the King of the Ring final between Xavier Wood and Finn Balor. And this was pretty evened as well. And I didn't expect Xavier Wood to win, but he did. I was kind of rooting for Finn Balor. 3 out of 5 for that one. We had Big E defend his WWE title against Drew McIntyre. Not a lot to say about this match, really. I kind of thought to myself Big E would retain, and he did. Hopefully Drew will get back into the title scene again in 2022. But we'll just have to wait and see. I give this a 3 out of 5. We had Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair for the SmackDown Women's title. It was a fair match. I did enjoy that one. I give that one also a 3 out of 5. Then we move on to the main event, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. And this felt quite even as a match for once, because seeing them both go at it before in recent times, they've had Brock Lesnar dominate most of those matches. But both of them seem pretty equal in this one. But it took interference. Paul Heyman slide in the Universal Championship in the ring to let either or pick up the title first and use it on the other. Roman Reigns managed to get it. Plus interference from the Usos helped Roman Reigns pick up the W against Brock Lesnar in quite a shocker, actually. I actually thought Brock had this one. But because of the stupid interference, it gives me a bit of a lower score to give it now. So I give it 3.5 out of 5 for that one. But overall, this pay-per-view then, guys, it's a vast improvement on what I've been watching lately from WWE. I'm very impressed with it. And it's probably this one and WrestleMania 37 are the best two I've seen this year. This one probably just a little bit better. This one gets a score of 8 out of 10. I didn't expect it to be as good as it was. I did hear good things from others about it, but I like to check it out for myself. And because it was a Saudi Arabia show, I honestly prepared for the worst. But don't always judge a book by its cover, right, guys? Well, thank you very much for joining me for this review today. I hope you liked it. Please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And hi to my new subscribers. Thank you for joining me, guys. You all take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Peace.